One of the things people love about our Maine life is our food. And I'm talking lobster and seafood. And it's all about having the authentic Maine experience. You can find that experience right here at the Union River Lobster Pot. We're going to talk to the owner and operator, Brian Langley. Brian, tell us why us Mainers and all our visitors to Maine want to be here at Union River Lobster Pot.
Well, we fit a real nice niche here in Ellsworth, and that is, where do you bring people from away to give them the Maine experience? So we're right on the water, which is important. It's tidal here on the Union River. We serve fresh seafood. Our lobster comes from just up the bay. Our oysters, mussels, clams are all locally sourced. Homemade blueberry pie with a grandmother recipe to it. Served by local kids who grew up here, working their way through college. So it's really the Maine experience when you come here, and you get a real appreciation for it.
You mentioned fresh. How fresh is it?
Well, most of the time you can measure it in hours rather than days. So Evan Young, who does the mussels for me at Blue Hill Bay Mussels, goes every Tuesday and Friday. And Tuesday afternoon, I'm there when the truck comes in, and he's just coming off of the island. And we'll get our mussels for the next 72 hours, and then he's back out doing it again. So same with clams. The guy who digs clams for me, it's every other day he's in here, and we get just enough to last 72 hours. So you can measure it in hours rather than days.
Now, I know we have seafood here, but what are your other specials?
Well, we have a mix of things to try to have a little bit of something for everybody. We stay in our lane. We don't do a lot of wildly crazy things, but we have wonderful steaks, we have chicken, we have some pasta, but our claim to fame really is seafood.
Now, what is this I hear about your chowder?
Well, we're pretty well known for our clam chowder. Every fall, the Ellsworth Chamber of Commerce has Autumn Gold, and part of their big weekend is a chowder competition. And so we've won it quite a number of times for our clam chowder. And what the best compliment I ever got was from an older fellow from down east who said, "This is what clam chowder should taste like." It's not too fancy, it only has a few ingredients, but it's authentic. So, and people recognize that, and we sell a ton of it.
Now, when you talk about fancy, I know you have fancy things to drink, but you also have local beer.
About 6 or 7 years ago, we went all Maine brews on tap. And then we upped our game a little bit over the winter, and we worked with Airline Brewing, which is right up the street, and I met with their brewmaster several times all winter to brew a beer especially for us, private label, called Dockside Ale, made just to go with lobster and seafood. So it's perfectly complements what we do.
And they could drink it right out here, right?
They can drink it right out here, and it's a very light, refreshing, low alcohol content, so you can have more than one and still be able to make your way home. But it complements our seafood, and people have really taken to it.
Thank you so much, Brian. Union River Lobster Pot, the place to go in Ellsworth.